One Piece Manga Chapter 1174. Title: The Strongest in the World. Believe me guys, I was totally shocked after reading the entire chapter. I am sure you guys are not ready for the ending, and save the video in case you need to watch it later. So watch the full video and please subscribe my channel for upcoming video. Now let's start the chapter. Before that, guys, YouTube took down my previous video, but still I am making One Piece video for you guys. Please support me guys, or else this would be end of my journey. And about that takedown video, you will still find it in my Facebook page, FB link in my YouTube bio. In the cover page we can see Shanks is aura farming by taming a dinosaur. What an epic moment. Now let's move on to main story. In the previous chapter, we saw how the story took an unexpected turn. But still, Elbaf's danger is not completely over. If you haven't seen the previous chapter, then you can watch it. Let's continue. Then we see Summers. Man, I'm laughing seeing his condition. How much confidence he had about everything, but now the dream demon has gone from his hands and he has lost the ship. But another new problem has risen. The cloud space where the ship was anchored has disappeared and it had fallen into lower realm. Here are those of you who don't know. Every colony of Elbaf is located on every branch of the tree. So in the upper realm the cloud works like a river. Yeah, it's One Piece logic. So Summers was saying how he will fix everything now. Because the power of Arrow is not his own. It is actually Gunko's power. And that will make the kids fall down. Then he shouted to Gunko to stop the kids. They have to stop their plan for a while. But Gunko was not listening to him. So he could understand that Gunko was still under the control of Lord Emo. So he was not listening to him. And on the other hand, the children's parents and teachers tried hard to stop their march but could not. None of their blows were working on that arrow. Then Summers was telling them that it was just stupidity. If it was possible to stop it, he would have done it by now. And right then this MF could understand that even if their parents tried to save them, his throne power would not allow it. And it can be said, they will all soon be forced to die, and we can see a creepy smile on his face. Man, I can't tolerate this MF. Then Summers was thinking that since Gunko is being controlled by Emo, all the responsibility is Emo-sama. And even if their plan is not fulfilled now, they will be able to implement it again in the future. And so he started laughing again. The sound of their crying was very tempting. It's like he is enjoying their miseries. Then this MF is saying that their original intention was to secretly smuggle children from Elbaf to the Holy Land. But since their plan could not be implemented, their children will now face an unexpected death. And to him, all this seems ridiculous because they could not save them even after coming this far. And the children have nothing ahead. And if they continue to march like this, they will fall from the edge. But Oimo came and grabbed a child, and the cuts were coming out of his hand. He kept saying that if he could save them by giving up the illusion of his hand, then he would do it. And Summers said, unfortunately, there is no way to stop this. In the next scene, Killing Hum is seen. He could not understand what Summers was doing after seeing Summers' activities from a distance, because they had brought their plane this far with a lot of effort. But everything was now in vain. But in the next scene, it is seen that Oimo failed to save them, and the children were telling him not to hurt himself for them. And finally, Oimo fell to the ground injured, and he was apologizing to them for not being able to save them. Oimo understood that it was impossible to save them as long as those thorns surrounded them. Then Colin's mother was saying, "Is it not possible to save them in any way?" In the next scene, the kids were seen reaching the bottom, and Colin's mother couldn't believe that her kids would die in front of their eyes. But they couldn't do anything. Oimo said that if the kids fell down, their bodies wouldn't be found. It's like those demons are having fun with them. Then the kids started talking to themselves that maybe they did something bad. So maybe they are getting divine punishment, and they were feeling guilty for all this. And Colin was saying, why do they think that they are bad and all this is happening because of them? So Colin said that from today on he will always be a good kid. And all the kids were screaming to save them. They were sorry for what they had done. But their screams were giving Summers more pleasure. What a shameless man. Colin was remembering his mischief for which his mother had scolded him, so he was now regretting it. And he said he would never do any mischief again. And every child was remembering their mischief and was crying. They were feeling guilty for all these things. In the next scene, Colin was seen on the edge, and he was screaming and calling his mother and saying that he did not want to die, and suddenly his mother appeared in front of him. And even though his whole body was covered with cuts, his mother held him, and as a result, his body became bruised. Guys, this is called a mother's love for her child. She even chose death for her child, and Colin was crying and saying sorry to his mother. And his mother was saying that she might not be able to stop his movement, but she could do this much for him. What a tragic scene, guys. I was literally crying when I was reading the chapter. Colin was saying that if she does not leave him, then she will also die. But his mother smiled and said that it was the most logical thing for her to do than let him die alone. And one by one, everyone hugged their children, even though they were hurting. Next scene was too tragic. In the end of the road, they were all falling down one by one. Colin's friend Ranja also saw that his father had come to save her, and none of them were worried about death. Everyone saw their parents holding them one by one to save them, and their parents told them that they would save them. But Johanna, who had no parents, she was very broken. But her teacher Ongi raised her like a parent, and so she also came to save her. And finally, Johanna understood how much she loved her. And the last child was Rod's brother Bjorn. And Bjorn thought how much he neglected his brother. Maybe this is why he is getting divine punishment. But from a distance, he heard his brother's screams, and he quickly came and held him. And Bjorn also cried at the last moment. But guys, they are all falling at the end. And that moron just laughed. And he was having a lot of fun with it. They actually don't care about anyone's life except the Celestials. According to him, 10 children were supposed to die here, but now their parents will die with them. And he was laughing even harder than before. But in the next scene, we are going to witness a memorable moment. And something like this has never been seen before in One Piece history. From this, you can understand that One Piece is another scale. The children and their parents saw that they had landed somewhere, but they did not die. Although the sounding was not understood properly due to the silhouette drawing, but it looked like the top of a mountain, but the top surfaces were very flexible, due to which they did not get any pain even after falling. In the next scene, the injured Ripley replied to his son Colin, "Where are they?" Colin said that he had no idea, but they are all safe now. But then they saw someone talking from below them, and it seemed like Luffy was talking. Luffy was saying, this was his gum gum rice cracker belly power. Everyone directly fall into his belly, and they were all hurting him now. So Luffy was telling them all to get off his belly. And everyone could hear his voice and understand that it was Luffy. And a mysterious character was telling them all to get off his back quickly, because he didn't want them to be an obstacle for him during the fight. But the children and parents couldn't understand where that voice coming from. But I know, guys, what is happening here. But hold on, it's gonna be a massive reveal in One Piece history. And then we see Luffy in Gear 5. He was explaining how they all survived by luck. But since Loki is known to everyone as the Destroyer, he didn't want to take credit for all of this. He wanted to understand that he had no desire to save anyone, so everyone should get off his back. And get ready, guys, this is the time for Drum of Liberation with next level visualization. Summers suddenly saw snow falling all around, and thunderstorm was happening all around. Dream monsters were massacred all around, and the big tree of Elbaf on which the Elbaf nation was built, that tree itself was moving. It was as if the whole Elbaf was moving. This is unprecedented. I don't know how to describe such a massive thing. And then Elder Jaharo remembered the prophecies from the past. On a curious day when thunder and snow both flurry, a giant beast shall appear to blot out the skies. The drums of liberation will boom out. Man, what a prophecy. I know you guys already know what will gonna happen, but let's read. In the next scene, Gunko means emo and Summerers just freaked out, cause they never ever witnessed this type of thing, but emo may have seen it in the past. Yes, guys, I am talking about this. Finally, Loki's devil fruit power is revealed, and the last part of Jaharl's prophecy was end. The sun god will rise. Guys, I was just speechless when I was reading this part of the manga. I wonder what will happen when it is animated. Actually guys, Oda is another level writer. He is a legend. Just think about the massive size of Loki's form. Now Luffy is in his giant form, but still Loki is 50 times larger than Luffy. It's just insane. And there Luffy was laughing and talking about his huge size. And next to him we could see that cute squirrel, which is Loki's devil fruit hammer. Just think guys, that kid was expelled by the whole Elbaf, whose own mother threw him to a lower level after birth. How much higher level has he reached today? And he has become one of the strongest in the heaven below. One Piece is a peak mythical friction guys, nothing can come close to it. And Oda Sensei's final statement was Thunder of Elbaf liberation has come. Damn, Oda Sensei, salute to you. And the next week is break guys, so we have to a little longer for next chapter. But now a massive fight will be seen in Elbaf. I just can't wait to see it. So guys, how did you like this chapter? Comment below, and if you like it, please subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. And share the video with your friends. So see you in the next chapter. Till then, bye bye.